Hi guys, Corrupted here, and today we have some gameplay from the wonderful card battle game, Hearthstone Heroes of Warcraft. Now today we're playing not kind of the main game part, but there's a feature, kind of thing that's in kind of beta mode at the moment, called Battlegrounds, where essentially you have a tavern and you pick cards that are on playing the tavern to take for yourself to play, and then those battle the cards that other people have picked, and you have a certain amount of coins per round. You can either use your coins to buy more cards, more troops, more minions, or you can use it to upgrade the tavern, so you get minions from higher tavern tiers. Higher tavern tiers are better minions, and they tend to have more attack, more defense, better abilities, things that help you more in the long run. Additionally, you can use it to refresh the minions that are in the tavern for 1 gold. Each hero, as you can see on the left, there's loads of different heroes, loads of different people, and each one has their own ability. So the one I'm playing, when you sell a Murloc back to the tavern, you get another Murloc put into the tavern for you to buy. Now, I don't really like Murlocs, so I did not use that once, because there was no need, because I just don't play with Murlocs, so the idea of having loads of Murlocs wasn't really preferable. You only get an offer of 2 heroes to pick from when you play the game, and I had one that gave me boosts on Murlocs and one that gave me boosts on dragons, and as someone who doesn't really play either, I didn't really care, and I just picked a random hero, to be honest with you. Now, I played this game with Mixed-Minions. Usually I kind of go for the demon approach, but I didn't feel like that this time for some reason, and I think it went quite okay. No, I'm not going to spoil and say where I placed, but you'll see as the video progresses. So what you can also do is hit the frost button in the right, and that will freeze the minions that are currently in the tavern, so that next time after the combat, when you go back to recruit more minions, you can then take those minions and have those in your hand and in your play if you then play those, because you only have a certain amount of gold, and to recruit a minion it costs 3 gold. So if you've run out of money and you have a minion in your tavern that you really want, you can just freeze it, and then that will be available for you next turn when you have more money. So let's see what's happening. So we're versus the Sandman, who is the player who's currently in 4th place. Now, you're ranked on the left based on like whether you won or lost or drew your last game, and how that compares to how other players are doing. So currently we're ranked 2nd, if you can see us up in the left column. So we're doing pretty good for ourselves, we're doing pretty good. But we did just lose that battle. But that's okay. You win some, you lose some, you figure out where your weaknesses are in your team. Now, what I'm kind of doing right now is I really like that dragon thing, so if you play a Death Rattle minion, it boosts its stats. So I'm looking for Death Rattle minions and making that a big boy. And I've frozen the tavern there so I can get another one of those Death Rattle minions for next time. So that's kind of the strat I was going for here. Combat. Now, I did speed up the combat for you guys, because it's quite slow, and especially when there's loads of minions on the board, like early game, when you have 1 each, 2 seconds done. But when you get to a point like this, and some minions spawn more minions when they die, so it's not just you defeat all the minions, you're done, there's a little bit more, going on at all times, which I think you need to kind of cater around, work around, figure out what you're doing, what you're not doing. But yeah, Hearthstone. I've been playing Hearthstone for 7-8 years and have barely anything to show for it. I have friends who have like really high up in the league and have like really good card decks, really good stuff, and I don't. I actually had like 2 accounts before this one, I think. I don't think this was my first account, but it's just the one that I happen to have logged in and kind of go with. I only have 1 card deck that I actually like in like normal playing, and I can't remember it. It's a Cthulhu deck. It's a druid. I like playing as a druid. I don't know why, I don't know what that says about me, but if there's some kind of analysis you can make into my personality from my player preferences, then go for it. I'd love to hear that in the comments if you have something to give. But yeah. So we're just shuffling, seeing if there's any more minions. Let's see what I fancy. I like that one because when it dies, it summons an 8/8 minion. So if I can buff that as well, get that to do some damage before it dies, and then have another minion to replace it that can hopefully do the little bit of damage we need at the end. That was kind of the strategy I was going for with recruiting that minion. So this guy that I'm playing, he has a hero power that adds more attack to demons. So he's a good person to play if you're going for an all-demon team, because it will just boost your team with just 2 gold. So I like playing him, but obviously you don't necessarily get a choice to play him. But if I was going for a demon strat, he would be quite high up on my list for someone who's a useful hero. But I don't think it really particularly matters which hero you play. because you can do any strategy with any hero, just some of them benefit certain strategies. I've played a couple of strategies. I've liked this one, which is a mixed minion. I did one where it was all death rattles and everything depended on having just a million death rattle minions that all like did a lot of stuff, just kept it going. Yeah, and the demon strategy I said before, because there's quite a lot of minions, if you stay within the type, that boosts minions with that type. So there's a lot of minions where when your hero takes damage, add 4/4, and then whenever you take damage, something else gets boosted. Or whenever you summon a demon, give it this. When you summon this minion, give this to all your demons, kind of, boosting up your thing. So so your cards that you choose can benefit your other minions. It's not just, oh, this minion summons this. You can get cards that help your other minions. Like, because I've got quite a lot of mechs on the board, I was summoning quite a lot of magnetic minions. And what magnetic minions do is if you put them to the side of a mech, they will morph into that and become one minion and add whatever powers it had onto that one. So that's quite useful. Like there's a, I forgot what it's called. It looks like a clown. It's like a Magnetotron or something. I can't remember, so please don't quote me and please don't hate me. But that's one I used, I think, like 3-4 times because it kept coming up and I was like, yes, let's give my minions Taunt and Divine Shield. And there was also the one where you could summon 3 Megabox or something, and I added that to the side of one of mine. I think I actually added that minion on the very right. I'm not sure if I've done that yet because I zoned out a little bit when I went on my ramble, but it happens at some point, so I'm still on track, kind of. But yeah. So as you can see, that minion that I just hit, he summoned another one. And basically, if you don't know what Divine Shield is, which you can see with the yellow glow effect around the minion, when you hit that, or when it hits you, it doesn't take damage the first time, so until that shield pops. So technically, if you have like a 20 damage minion, and it hits it, it won't take any damage, but you'll take damage from hitting it, because when you hit a minion, you take damage. It's like a two-way street. So if I have 7 attack, you have 5 attack, I have 3 defense, you have 4 defense. We're both dead if we hit each other. But if I had 3 attack and 5 defense, and you had 2 attack and 3 defense, I'd kill you. I still take damage, but I still have 3 health left, if that makes sense. It's a kind of concept and a kind of mechanics thing. But yeah. So, we're getting quite through. There are already 2 players dead, but we've not guaranteed ourselves top 4 placement yet. Now, the way with the points on this game, it doesn't really matter too much. I don't really look into it. I don't play this game that much. But if you place top 4, you gain points. If you place first, you gain more points. And if you place anywhere else, you lose. I don't really know what they equate to, what they do. I think it's just kind of your rank in the game total, but I haven't really looked too much into it. But you'll see at the end when it kind of goes to my loading screen. I think I've won like 15 games and come like top 4 at like 40. I don't know. We'll have to have a look. But yeah. So there's what I was talking about. Is that an Annoyatron? I don't know. But that was the one that gives it Divine Shield and Taunt if you place it next to a minion. So that's the minion that I think was quite useful in this strat. Now, I didn't really have a strategy going into this, I will be totally honest with you. Because you don't know what minions you're going to get. So you either go, I hope I get this, or as I played in this game, you see what minions come up, you see what happens, you see what options are open to you, and you make decisions based on those options. So I said, okay, there's a minion here that has a death rattle. Its powers of this, this, and this. This would be beneficial to me now, because I have this minion that gains things when I play death rattle minions. So I'm going to pick this minions over the other ones that are in the shop currently. Or, when you see me cycling and not choosing anything, the minions I have currently are better suited with one another and better equipped to face other people's defences than the ones that are in the tavern right now, because gaining these minions would not have any advantage to my team. Replacing a minion with one of those minions would not serve me any advantage. So you've got to kind of make that assessment in your head when you're playing and see what would be more beneficial for you at that moment. Now, I might have a minion there that was really useful to me early game, but playing it now wouldn't make any sense, or that when I saw it earlier I didn't think anything of it, but because of the way my team's progressed, it would be useful to me now. Now, there's no way of knowing these things in hindsight, so it's not like, oh, I could use this later, I should take this. I think it's better to play a game in the moment. So you'll see me later having loads of minions in my hand, because I'm thinking things like, if I get rid of a minion and find a minion that's better, I can then use this to boost, and then play the minion I want to play. So for example, some of them say, give all your demons +2 when you play it as a battle cry. So I'd play the +2, boost all my demons, and then I'd play the better card that I wanted to play that would actually boost my team as, you know, like a founding father. That might be like a 8/8 minion or something with significant attack and defense, or a significant power that's consistent and not just something it does when it's placed down with a lower attack and defense score. So you kind of have to figure out and play and save up cards as well that can then be used later to better your team and just to make things roll more efficiently. So I think we're doing quite well on this attack. You know, there is that 36-35, so I'm not quite sure if we're going to succeed. I will confess to you, I did play this game a couple of days ago, so I can't really remember what happened. So it's like you're exploring, I'm exploring, which is nice. But yeah, we did win that one, and we've got quite a lot, so I think we're going to kill him. There we go. So there we go. Look, we have placed top 3. Now it's at this point that you can look at the health of the people on the left and realise how much more the first person has, which makes you think they're probably pretty good. And even if we do defeat them a couple of times, we're probably not going to get enough attack to wear them down if they beat us quite significantly. Like, if they do a lot of damage now, we're going to have really strong defense to just get them down little by little in order to overcome. So it's basically just hope for the best. This is the hope for the best part of the game. I think we've lost this. Just based on their defense. Yeah, okay. So we're going to take some damage here. Still in the game, we're still fine, we're still going to place top 3, so we're not going to lose any coins. So technically, we've not won, but we've placed and we've done well. So either way of what happens now, we've done well. So I'm going to say I hope we get seconds, because the person in third place has like no HP, so we should be fine. Because you can see his bar's really low. He's only just upgraded to having tier 5, we're already on 6, so we should be okay. And 6 is the top tier, if you can see. I don't have an upgrade bar anymore, so there's no option to get higher quality minions. All minions cost the same, just to clarify. Every minion costs 3 gold to recruit. You just pay for tavern tiers to have the option to have higher class minions. But yeah, so we're entering into another combat. We're playing a player who's already dead, and because they're already dead and they've been defeated by the people we're currently playing, it's very likely that we're going to win this battle because, you know, the people who are kind of on the same level of us have already overcome this guy. So I'm pretty sure we're going to win this battle just based on like our minion stats and how many we have in comparison to him right now. There we go, yeah. That is a lot of points. If he wasn't alive, he would be dead. We just 30 damage. You know, I don't know how he survived that long, but good on him, you know? Strive, push your boundaries, try and achieve the best you can, always the thing. So I think I'm thinking about using those Magnetotrons now, because you can see I have 2 mechs on the left. So that would be a good place to use it, you know, find a minion I like more, sell one, put those 2 mechs in, boost both of those so that they summon more when they, you know, so that they have to be, so taunt minions, I haven't explained this, they have to be attacked first. So if I make those taunt, they'll be attacked first and I can get my other troops to focus on other stuff. Is basically how that works. In the Divine Shield, they're attacked first, but they don't take any damage, and that's always cool. I think that's always a good strat to go for. Get your minions attacked who can't necessarily take damage. But yeah, sorry. Just had to plug in my laptop then, because I'm stupid and it had 12% and it was screaming at me to plug it in before it died, because it wouldn't be very good if it died halfway through this video. But yeah. Basically, what you were seeing there when you saw the claw marks on either side is I had a minion that whenever it attacked, it also attacked the minions beside the ones it attacked. So you were seeing all 3 of those minions taking damage, which is really good because you want to do as much damage as possible to the opponent's minions, whilst also taking the least damage to your own minions. That's obviously the base concept of the game. I don't know why I didn't say that earlier, but it's now been said, so we're all good. But yes, so we're back to the recruiting stage. We are now top 2. And based on the HPs, we're probably going to play second, but that's okay. We can try and last as long as possible, is essentially what's going down here, and try and get them down to as little health as we can in the time we have left. Obviously, I'm cutting out a lot of this, but Battlegrounds is a lot of waiting, because you recruit the minions you want, and then you have to wait like a full 30 seconds before the next battle starts, so it's quite time-consuming. But it's also a game where you can play whilst multitasking, so I'll often play Battlegrounds while doing something else, because you only have to react every minute or so. So maybe I'm quite an avid Animal Crossing player, and I've been loving New Horizons, so I'll maybe be fishing Animal Crossing at the same time, and then I'll pay attention to this, pick the minions I want, then go back. It's a kind of thing, or watch a TV show at the same time, because I have quite a short attention span, so I tend to find I'm doing 3 things at once, which is just the way I function, the way I work, and that's okay, because everyone works in different ways, and everyone takes things in different ways. But yeah, we're back to the recruiting stage. There were those minions I really liked before in the shop, you could see, but I didn't take them because I didn't have any mechs that it would be advantageous for, because they only work on mechs, which is a minion type. They're all different types. But yeah, that minion with poison, basically how that works is if it attacks your minion, you die. Regardless of what your health is, because it poisons you and you just die. So that's quite good when you have like a really overpowered minion that has so much health it's not reasonable to try and attack. So you'd use your poison minion to just eradicate that immediately. Basically, that's how that works. So we've lost that one. And now we have 1 HP. So I think it's safe to say we're coming second at this point. But that's okay, we've done a good run. And we have taken him down and caused damage to him as well, so it's not just been like bash, bash, bash. We've also been fighting back and also been contributing and also been making a difference in this attack. But yeah, so right now we're just looking for anything that could possibly be better. Well, we already come this far and this late in the game, there's not much you can do. It's just like, is there one that's slightly better I'd want to swap out or boost something with? It's not really having to have any kind of strategy forming anymore. It's just kind of, this could be better, this could not, you know? So I wanted to put the Rim Fury one in. And basically, Wind Fury is, it attacks more than one minion. So, yeah, basically what that does. So just trying to put things that are higher stars as well, because if you saw, when you kill someone, all the stars add up to what your current tower tier is, and that's how much damage you deal. So trying to have higher ones just in case we do get through, to try and get down as much HP as possible from them to get it closer and closer. But yeah, that's what I was doing. But all their minions have pretty high attack and defense compared to ours. So it isn't really balanced for us to have much of a, you know, chance of winning. It's more trying to overwhelm and just try is kind of what we're going for here, which is perfectly reasonable. We should be able to get them here. So yeah. But those were all really low-cost minions that we had left. But we've got them down to pretty much where they were when we started this thing against each other. So where we were, sorry. So we started about 13 HP, and now they have about 13 HP. We have one, so if they hit us at all, we're dead. But we're getting there, we're trying to, you know, overcome. But it's also about chance in this game, because you don't know which minions your minions are going to attack. So say for if a certain minion was attacked first, it wouldn't make any sense if it summoned 3 things, because there wouldn't be enough space for them to be summoned. But if that was hit late game, it would make more sense and it would be more advantageous to you. So there's also that element of chance and your strategy working out that you can't completely plan everything, and you just kind of hope for those kind of situations. But yeah, his minions have got stronger. So we're not looking too good. But that's okay, because we've had fun and we've had a good time playing. And that's mostly what you can hope for, really. Having a good time, enjoying the game, seeing some new strategies from other people you haven't seen before that you can then incorporate into your own playstyle. And figuring out what does and doesn't work. Because, you know, this game's still in beta. It hasn't had everything finalised. Like, I've played this and I've seen hero powers change. Like, there was a character that had 60, started out with 60 health instead, and that was his hero power, but it's now been reduced to 50. So, you know, they're still trying to balance stuff out. It's not like a perfect game. It's not done, it's not finished. So you've got to also keep that in mind when you're playing this game, when you're watching playthroughs of this game, that it's not finished. It's not a complete game. It's not a game that you're like, okay, this is all you can do, this is all that's done. This is just a work in progress, and it's something that you can enjoy playing and have fun, and that's just a stead. But we play second, so we're going to earn some trophies or whatever the rank system is in this. We didn't win, but we got bloody far. And if we had done, you know, won a game, we could have got him dead. We were so close to potentially winning. We did come second, and we've got upper rating. I don't know what high rating is, I don't know what the starting rating is, I don't know what a low rating is, but that's what our current rating is. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one. Subscribe, like, comment what you want to see next. Bye!